All right, welcome to Dublin Chevy and Nissan, and I have Don Carswell with me today. Don, thank you so much.
Great for you to be here.
Hey, man.
It's real easy. It's Dublin Chevy Nissan.
Dublin Chevy, Nissan, but we also have some other products here, and we're
do.
going to talk a little bit about that. But
That's
hey,
exactly right.
It's getting time for the holidays.
That's
and,
right.
And so we're out talking to folks, promoting shopping local, supporting our local retailers, especially our car dealerships here. You guys provide jobs, tax base here, and actually cars for me, and I buy cars from you guys, and so we appreciate you. But I want you to talk to me a little bit today, Don, about some of the super deals and just inventory that you guys have right now.
That's right. Well, it's year end, so people were trained a long time ago to buy cars at the year end. You know, it used to be that manufacturers would ship all these cars to us, and if we had cars on the inventory on the ground, we paid taxes at the end of the year. So it was very important for car dealers to get rid of cars by the end of the year. Tax laws have changed, as everyone knows, over the years. That's one of the laws that went away. But people are trained to know to come in at the end of the year. The manufacturers really push, whether it's Nissan, whether it's Buick, GMC, Chevrolet, or some of the other unnamed manufacturers out there, really push for year end to get part of market share and get great opportunities out there. GM just came out with yesterday employee pricing on all 2019s, which means that if you come in and buy a 2019 Buick, GMC, or Chevrolet, that you're going to be able to buy it. A starting point is going to be approximately $3,000 below invoice. You're going to get the price that someone that's a member of a General Motors union or a General Motors dealership or part of the management team of General Motors, the price they get. Okay. And so that's where the price starts. Now there's incentives to bring it down another $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 below that. Wow. So you're able to get a great offer right now, and that's on Silverados, Corvettes. I have 119 Corvette left. Okay. Camaros, Equinox, Tahoes, just any number of Chevrolets, and that includes the Sierra and the Yukons, Buick Regals, Enclaves, those things. So there's great offers out there on those 19s. They followed it up with big offers on the 20s because we're in a great situation. We have a handful of 19s left. They actually, due to the strike, had a delay in shipping on some of the 19s. So we just got a big load of 19 Silverados in, and they are priced several thousand below employee pricing.
Good time to come and get a truck.
Yeah, you can buy a full-size truck starting below $30,000. Wow. And we're not talking about a regular cab. We're not talking about a four-cylinder. We're talking about a nice truck that's fairly well equipped.
Right. And Don, you guys do any special financing or anything during the holidays?
They do. There's some 0% out there. And what I do is I talk with every customer, not me personally, but our team here, and we will do our best to figure out what is the best direction to go. Sometimes I had a customer a few weeks ago, and he was looking at a new Denali, and 0% financing sounds great when you're talking about a $70,000 vehicle, but then he decided to trade in a car that was worth $20-something thousand, so it lowered his amount to finance, and he said, well, I want to put a little money down. He said, but we're going to still do that 0, right? And I said, well, we can do the 0, but you'll walk out of here owing $5,000 more, and you'll only save about $5 a month. We're better off walk out of here with the lower balance. Right. So we try to look at it and make it, tailor it for that customer. So there is great financing options. There's also some financing options that GM Financial's come out for people that have had some problems in the past. We want everyone to come in here and buy a car. Right. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter. We want to sell everyone that can buy a car, a vehicle. We want to give them that same great service after sale, make it a great experience for them. And GM is tied in with that to help some of those people in that situation.
So great inventory right now of new and used vehicles in case someone's interested in maybe coming in and buying a used vehicle. And do just a real quick story. I want to throw this in because we can't pass up the opportunity. Okay. If you would, just tell the folks about the truck you traded in the other day.
Well, if you come in the next few days, you'll see it. We had a fella come in the other day. I had a salesperson asked me to come out and speak to this guy. That they had bought their Pathfinder from us several years ago, and he had bought a truck from Frank Andrews at Andrews Chevrolet back about 20 years ago. And he said, well, my truck's at the house. I can go get it. And I said, well, let's go get it because we're all about let's sell a car now. I said, go get it. He said, well, it's got 500,000 miles on it. And I'm thinking, well, he can go get it, but it's a $500 car, a truck. And so sure enough, he shows back up. And before I can even get out there to look at it, he starts telling me about his owner's manual. And he said, now I documented all of my oil changes, and I counted them, and it was 132 oil changes he had documented. The truck had 529,000 miles on it. It's immaculate. We're contemplating just giving a nice detail job and put it on the showroom floor so people can see that Chevy trucks are really like a rock, that they last a long time. And no vehicle is a great investment unless you're dealing with some classic cars or some one-off cars. But to have a vehicle for 20 years, the fella drove it back and forth to Robins Air Force Base, and to have a vehicle for 20 years and it be in the condition it is a testimony, number one, to the customer for taking care of his vehicle like he did, but number two, to the quality of that truck.
Absolutely. So, Don, real quick, one more thing, service after the sale.
That's right. So we're constantly working and evolving to provide a better experience up front and a better experience on the back end. It's always been my philosophy that this next sale starts when that customer walks out of here and we say goodbye to them and congratulations. That's when the next sale starts. It is followed up with how we take care of them in service. So with that in mind, for all qualifying vehicles, we've went to a program where we're going to give them the first 4 oil changes, first 4 tire rotations. We've done some of this stuff in the past. We wanted to take some of the qualifiers out where people would have to come in and be a certain amount of miles on it in a certain time span. It is a 2-year time span, but now if the mileage is off or whatever, we're going to take care of them from that standpoint. But we're constantly evolving back there, going to the use of tablets, going to the use of some of this new age artificial intelligence to follow up better with our customers, to allow them the opportunity to set their appointments on their time, to do things of that. We're upgrading our facilities from a standpoint of having premium snacks. We actually have 2 Keurigs coming in from to give them the opportunity to have nice coffee instead of typical coffee pot coffee. Some of these features, matter of fact, that might be the van bringing it in now, just to make it a better experience for our customers. We do have a shuttle. We run customers back and forth. We do have a variety of loaner vehicles that we will put them in. Your wife has experienced that. And we try to bend over backwards. We're not perfect, but we're a work in progress. And the one thing about it, when we do have a situation, we do our best to update it and approach it proactively and get them taken care of.
Hey, Don, I want to say thank you again, and if you want to take just a minute, real quick, holiday hours, maybe up to what time on Christmas Eve, and if you want to just say a quick thank you to everyone.
So we're going to be open typically on Christmas Eve. Sort of been a thing I've been doing for about 25 years now, and my wife has never appreciated it, but I was doing it before I met her, and so I always have closed the place down. And we typically close down between 2 and 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve. We want families. We let our folks get out here. Our service department will close closer to noon on that day, and we try to get everyone out of here. If someone wants to come buy a car, we're certainly going to take care of them until the last customer is taken care of as far as that goes. We've had people come in with a broke down car that we stayed around to get them in a loaner car on Christmas Eve before. And of course, we're closed on Christmas. New Year's Eve is sort of like a Saturday. We usually treat it. There's a lot of people that want to come in right on the last day of the month and of the year and buy a vehicle. So we're typically open till about 6 o'clock on that day. We're still having conversation about New Year's Day, whether we're going to be open or not. We've been open a couple of times and we haven't been open a couple of times. It's just it's an up in the air thing. It's the middle of the week. There's a good chance we won't be, but we'll make sure everyone's updated on that. And we'll have all these specials. I didn't get to mention Nissan, but Nissan's got phenomenal incentives out there right now on the 19s and the 20s. So, and we have a great selection. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 375 cars new and used on the lot right now. So we're busting at the seams, you know. So the only other thing I'd like to say I saw a friend last night, and they came in, and they are a friend. And they came in and looked at a vehicle. Didn't quite fit their budget, didn't have something they quite liked. They went to a competitor, bought a vehicle. I asked my salesperson, I knew it before they did, because I ride through the lots of other dealers to see if we missed a deal or whatever. And I told them, let them know, say, we appreciate the opportunity, sorry we missed you. And I saw them last night, and I asked her, I said, did you buy that vehicle you're looking? She said, yeah, I did. I said, well, I understand. I knew you had a budget. And it was just one of those things. We hate to lose, but that happens in this business, and that's fine. The one thing I would ask everyone to do, if at all possible, is the big thing is shop local. Whether it's at Pitt's Toyota, it's Dublin Ford, or Jimmy Britt Chrysler, or one of our used car lots here in town. Shop local, give the local folks a chance first. We'd love to sell everyone that could buy a car, but we'd like for our competitors here in town to have that benefit too. So we experience a good relationship with our competitors here. I like to call it a friendly competition. We want to kick their butt, and they want to kick our butt, but at the end of the day, we're friends.
That's right.
And we'll help each other out. So if everyone takes that into account and shop local, it'll make this economy in this city that much stronger. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Don. Appreciate you guys.